Hello. How are you guys doing, ladies and gentlemen? It is episode 1050 of Hotel Orloff. Oh, I guess I should put how to get on the show if you were so desired. Um, Post a comment, paste, done, chat. Okay, in the chat, there's a link to come on if you would like to come on, ladies and gentlemen. This is a brand of tea called Gold Peak Unsweetened Tea. Look at this snazzy little thing they do. Look at this. It's to create the illusion you have more tea than you really do. They hollow out the whole bottom of the thing. Isn't that nice? Okay, let's see what we got here. Wyatt's Gotham City Knicks, Kevin Johnson, Mesa, Arizona. What's
Hello.
going on, Kevin?
Good.
I understand you've purchased a collection today.
Yeah, about a collection. The guy called me this weekend, but he couldn't make it over. He made it today.
How old was this guy?
He's like my age.
Okay. And
So the
but
oldest thing he had was some X-Men. Like he had some. He didn't have a real X-Men #1. He had a fake X-Men #1.
yeah. Well, everyone's got that one. Yeah, but that's cool. If someone doesn't have it, if you'd like, you know, are all of this is all of this for sale, or is some of this going into your own personal collection?
I didn't really see anything going into my personal.
Oh yeah, you're not really a big X-Men person, as I recall.
No, but I
I'm just
pulled out. I got 4 short boxes, and then I
okay.
pulled some. This is stuff I already pulled out. Stuff I'm gonna price right away.
Okay, yeah. Some people like that. It's wonderful. You can call them up and purchase that Spider-Man 300. I
Yeah.
think I have that issue. Ooh, there. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little. Yeah. Shit. Pretty high dollar stuff there.
Yeah, these were the earliest ones he had. He had 49, 50, and 51 that I already sold.
Yeah, that's Neil Adams there. They
Yeah,
were desperate to sell X-Men comics, so they brought in Neil Adams and Jim Steranko, but
yeah. I
nothing
sold the
really.
Stranko covers already. A guy came in right when I bought this collection and said, "Do you have any Stranko?" And I said, "Yeah, absolutely. I just got some in."
What would the approximate price be of these, or you don't really know yet? You haven't looked it up.
I can tell you what I sold those Strankos for. I got, the one had like Satan or somebody. He almost looks like a Viking or something on the cover.
Oh yeah.
I always get that book. Like, there's no, I don't. It's weird. I always get that book. And it never sells. It's always like the last one on the wall. But
I
this
think
guy came in and he wanted Steranko, and he said he wanted uh, what's the other one? He said
I think you were telling me Gil Kane.
yeah, and he wanted Gil Kane. He said that's all he collects. So I was like,
That's interesting. He's got good taste.
so I sold him the one for 50, and then the other two for 100.
For 100 each, or 100
Yeah,
for both.
100 each for the
Oh,
the
that's pretty
two.
good.
So yeah, I gave him a good price.
Is
Oh, here's I got number 28.
Oh, I have that one. Actually, I
And,
have a reprint of that too. Hey,
and then,
you need to make sure that's not a reprint. I'm sure you can
yeah,
tell it's
let's
old.
check it. Let's check it. I
Because
know you can tell by the ad on the back, right?
yeah, it's gonna have like a Stridex Acme pad ad. Because
Yeah,
they did an exact replica of that J.C. Penney did back in the 90s.
yeah, and the real one has the Aurora model kit ad, right?
Well, something like that. I mean, it's not going to have a 90s ad on it. And all
Yeah,
the ads in the reprint are not 60s ads.
I can tell right away. This was a
Oh, a subscription
subscription.
fold. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, cool.
So let's see if it's real. It's got to be real if it has a
Oh, that's
subscription
definitely
fee.
real. I can. Yeah, isn't that great? Yeah, of course it's real.
Yep, and it's a Aurora model kit.
Yeah, oh man, that's great.
Did they make a fake one of 14?
What's on the cover of 14?
That's the Sentinel one.
I think the only other one they made a remake of is the one with, I guess, a Neil Adams cover of Kazar up on a cliff looking down at the X Men. They did a reprint of that one. I think those are the only two X Men they reprinted.
Look at those Robin legs. Those are looking good, huh?
Well, it that's a very good action figure.
Look at those tights.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. Yeah.
That's really nice shape too.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit. What do you think that'll sell for?
I mean, that's probably the best one in the collection. I'm guessing.
Um.
Maybe the 300. I think the 300 that I have, I'm gonna get 350 for that book.
Ooh. You think that Sentinels issue is more than 350?
I don't know. It's been a while since I've priced one.
I don't know what that stuff's worth, honestly. It used to be those X Men from that time period when I was buying them in the late 70s, early 80s were somewhat inexpensive. But
That's the first cameo of Venom on a cover.
oh, okay, yeah.
It's just his head, and then this is his first full cover.
All right, yeah, that matters to people that like that stuff.
Hmm. There's
I,
301.
oh yeah, yeah,
You already saw the 300, and then there's the 299 and 298.
yeah.
There's the first black suit,
Yeah,
252.
I have that issue.
And there's the first Rogue.
It's the 60s and 70s. Yeah, that's an issue I don't have. It's good. It's the 60s and 70s stuff that I like, but I'm sure there are people out there that like that other stuff. Yeah.
There's the first cameo of Gambit. I sold the first full appearance of Gambit. I sold that one. That was issue 366 or something like that. Can't remember. Or 266. Yeah, 266. Here's the first cable.
Did he give you a good price? I'm not asking the price, but did you get them?
I think it was fair.
So what is the
I think this has some significance because he only had two issues. He had 16
this?
and 18. And I want to say, is 16 the first, is it Mystique or something?
I'm, I don't know, but I'm
Wait,
sure someone watching knows that.
is anybody watching?
There are seven. Missing Mars is watching. He says these are incredible, Kevin.
Yeah, it's the best collection I've gotten in a long time.
Yeah. But I'm thinking there was something that happened in Ms. Marvel that people cared about. It might be in that issue.
I didn't see anything in that one. Let me check that 18.
I don't have any way to access mycomicshop.com since I'm on my phone, so I don't really know about that.
Oh, there she is. Look,
Oh yeah, okay. What issue is this?
That's 18, but maybe 16 had her. You know, she looked like something else. She was can't. She was.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. Well, then those are probably out of my price range. Yeah.
So 18 was for sure. This one
Okay.
is. I think this is the first time Wolverine and Sabretooth fight in this power pack.
Yeah.
And then this is the people. Some people say this is the first black suit.
Yeah, but it is. Yeah. I have that one. I think.
And then I have
Yep.
Secret Wars one, two,
Yeah, I have
three.
all of those except for the one that has the red cover with the black suit. And
That one's always missing in this collection. Let's
yeah.
see if it's missing. You think it's missing? I don't think so. I think it's
So you
here.
just bought this today, huh? Yeah,
Yeah,
there it
there.
is. Yeah, yeah.
All 12.
So,
So now I have two. I have two full runs of this, 1 through 12.
oh my gosh. Well,
I have two sets.
see, Secret Wars is what made me start thinking that this is just
Cash grab.
Marvel, just a cash grab. Yeah, and way to sell toys. When I was starting to grow disenchanted with all this crap.
Yeah.
But is it all Marvel? This guy's collection?
He had some Sam Keith. He must like Sam Keith. He had some Sam Keith Batman. One of these
Oh,
boxes.
okay.
So he had a couple issues of Daredevil's all he had.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
What's that Typhoid Mary or whatever?
Okay. Yeah. Somebody cared about that for a few minutes.
You know, it's
They
maybe
probably
this is the
thought she was
first.
going to be in a movie or something, so they started caring about that.
That's probably a fight between first time between these two.
Yeah. So it's a key issue. So it's so important.
This it's probably a first appearance of this guy Ahab or whoever he is. Ahab, I think.
I don't know who that is.
Marvel H 12 is that's something,
That's
eh?
the first appearance of the black suit, I believe. Yeah, there's a sketch some reader sent in of Spider-Man in a that one's got some value. That one
Yeah,
might too, just because he's on the cover. It seems like.
yeah. I used to sell this a lot. Every time I got it, I would sell it. I think these are
Uh,
first weapon X's.
I've got several copies of that. Yeah,
I have a short
yeah,
box of this cover.
yeah. You have a short box of that particular issue.
This one, yeah.
Yeah, everybody knew it was going to be valuable, so everybody saved it. It's not rare, and there's a billion of them out there. Uh,
Yeah.
Last Frontier's here. Sometime I'd like Last Frontier to come on and maybe we could go through his collection. You could show. I'm wondering, Last Frontier comics. I was meaning to ask you, do you have obscure stuff like Melvin Monster or the Little Monsters from Gold Key or Milton the Monster from Dell or whatever Gold Key? Imp says, I didn't even know what Secret Wars is. Congratulations, Imp. If I bought a long box half full of Silver Age DC horror and half full of Secret Wars, I'd probably use the Secret Wars as kindling. Yeah, yeah. It's just it was when they wanted all the heroes to be together fighting all the villains so they could sell a toy line and call the toy line Secret Wars, as I recall. And it was very obvious to me as a college student what they were doing, and I was just getting sick of it. And then
Collected
I
all the way to
still
next.
bought comics, but it's, this is this is not my time period. Um,
All right. So then it's just we've already seen all these not too
oh,
long
that's
ago.
yeah, that one is real big right now. I think
Yeah.
because it's seen for 2 seconds in this terrible Deadpool movie that everyone seems to love.
Well, I just sold a. He made an homage for Witchblade of this cover. It
Oh
came
yeah.
out last week, and I sold that already. It
Yeah,
was it was supposed to be a 1 in 25 for Witchblade, and they must have had sold no copies. Nobody ordered 25, so they just gave them away
yeah.
to stores. And all right, so we don't need
Yeah.
to look at these. We've seen these not that
So
long ago.
the person that sold you this was an X-Men collector and and a Spider-Man collector from the 90s that must have dabbled into buying a few things from the 60s. He wasn't an original owner, obviously, of
Yeah.
60s comics. So,
So here's the oldest. Well, we already looked at the oldest ones.
okay,
Here's the.
okay, hold on. That's 102. I've got mine here. I want to see what I have. I don't have 102. I have 101 and 103. How much is that going to be a super expensive one?
I'm not sure. I didn't even look at these yet.
Okay, what number was that, Kevin?
102, 103, 104. We got a pretty decent run going on.
I have two issues of 103, and then I'm missing everything to 111. So
You probably
everything,
bought this at maybe at where's this from? My comic shop. Does it? Do they do this?
probably. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't ever buy comics except from you, and you don't do that.
105. Look at this one has
Yeah.
a price on it. What's it say?
$55. He bought it in either 96 or 90. I can't figure out what that means. I don't. Oh, it's one. No, it's one. Is it? I can't decipher that retarded stuff. It looks like it's $55 though. When he bought it, probably in the 90s. I don't know.
Oh, look
Oh,
at
my
this
wife's
guy,
here. Hello, everyone. She says. Oh, it was bought by Aeon Baker. No, Ron Baker.
Ron Baker.
I thought Aeon is a very strange name.
Is that the Ron Baker?
Uh, I don't know, man.
Is it the Ron Baker or a Ron Baker?
I don't know, man. Last Frontier, I collect Golden Age War, Sci-Fi, Archie, and Migos. I pretty much sell everything else. Missing Mars says, "Hey, Grow 2. Hello there, Missing Mars. Last Frontier, is there some time you would like to come on the show? I don't know if you keep all your comics like where you're at or if there is in some storage somewhere. It would be cool if you came on and were able to show your, stuff from your personal collection, and maybe you could sell stuff on the show. We could, you do a, maybe people could bid on stuff or I don't know. I'm just trying to get new blood on the show.
What happened to this book? That book probably crashed, huh?
I don't know. I think I have that one. Um, I have that. Yeah, around in this era, I was buying every single issue every month. But some of the early new X-Men, I uh, I didn't get because I wasn't listening to my friend Roland Perry that told me I should be buying them, and I regretted it later. Yeah. Imsh says I only collect near mint copies of Action Number One. Yes. Yeah, yeah. He's got the whole thing, man. Anyone have Dr. Five's YouTube channel name? I've been unsubscribed. Um, well, it's Dr. Five's Vibes. I think his channel might still be there, but I think he took everything down on it except for his playlist. He has some good playlists, but he removed all his videos and I think he took everything off his Instagram. And I called him or I texted him and asked, "Is everything all right?" He says, "I'm just trying to think of a new way of doing my channel." And said everything's okay, but I don't know. Um, so I don't think you've been unsubscribed so much as he's checked out of social media. Um, so it's pretty much a continuous run from this point on, huh?
Yeah, we don't really need to look at these. We've already seen them.
I might want to go back. Well, let's look through these boxes and see. Yeah. At this point, it starts. Well, at this point, John Byrne is left, and when John Byrne left, they still had Chris Claremont writing, but yeah, it just stopped being interesting to me. And
It's like he went to 250, then he stopped.
okay, well, yeah, I
I don't
he did
blame
a
him.
pretty good job of collecting them back then. I mean, have you with those three or how many comics did you sell out of it already? Four?
I sold 3 of the X Men's and then that first Gambit.
Without have you how much of a chunk is that taken out of what you initially invested in it? What you sold? Is it, are you, have
It's a
you,
good start. I
okay,
got a, I got a long ways to go, but it's a good start. So then
okay.
this other box has Spider-Man in it. It has, let's see.
But you were telling me on the phone there's not any good Spider-Man from, before 1970. It's, oh, Ghost Rider from that time period. Ugh.
Yeah, there's no
It's
good
got to
stuff.
be early 70s for me. I'm a real snob. Okay. Okay, that is about 76, I think, 1976. It seems like. Yeah, I have that issue. Yeah, these are all ones I bought off the stand as a kid. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so there's nothing crazy.
Yeah.
It's a nice run. I need all the. I don't have any of these in the store.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, then,
They're all sold
all right.
instantly.
Oh, yeah,
This is
yeah. You're gonna make the money back like before the weekend, probably. Oh, those are great. Do you do you know? Oh, that's a
yeah,
sought after one too. Have you ever seen inside one of those, Kevin? I don't know if you
yeah.
ever
I
looked.
collect these. Yeah, they'll never make these again. Not even reprints.
I
It's
wonder,
cool because I got
are
this
they?
one. I had one. I never had this one though. And that has a Joe
Oh,
Jusko cover.
I've never seen that one either. Oh my God.
Let's see if it has the same stuff in it. Hold on.
Do you? I don't know if you guys know what these are, but they're not comic books. They're like it's like Penthouse magazine. It's just these guns and weapons spread out. It's just page of close-ups of weapons. Look, it's yeah, they'll never. It's and this was sold to kids back in the 90s. Can you imagine? There's no, like you said, there's no way these will ever be reprinted. Can you imagine Marvel, the Marvel of today, owned by
Hey,
Disney, reprinting this?
hang on. I'll be
Sure.
back.
My
Yeah, I
wife
don't
says
know.
Dr. Fives vibes. Yeah, I miss Dr. Fives. I just don't know what happened to him. I'm little, it's a little disconcerting to see a friend just disappear, but that's happened to me many times in my life. Last Frontier Comics. I can come on weekends. My home is basically a warehouse. I have a normal job during the week. Okay. Well, maybe we do something on Saturday. This week. Um, might be cool. I'd just love to see your collection. Um, do you have stuff Last Frontier for sale that it kind of fits what I'm talking about, like 1960s Gold Key or Dell, or do you mainly have Marvel and DC for sale? I'm just looking for some weird things that I don't think many people care about, like Millie the Lovable Monster, or 60s Archies or 50s Archies. The stuff that I don't know. Maybe there are people that care about it, but most people don't. There's a guy online, Pop Comics, out of New York. He seems to have almost exactly the same taste that I do. Yeah, yeah. Maybe Last Frontier. Maybe this Saturday might be a good time. Ugh. Well, today was a good day for me, but my wife is sick, and I'm gonna hang out with her here in a few minutes. So this is not going to be an epically long live stream, but I'm just real curious about. Kevin called me. It's almost like he had a bug because the second I got in my car from work, he called. Like he knew exactly when I opened the door. He called and said he just made a major purchase of comics, and these are comics that will sell that people care about. It's not my time period. Now those early X-Men from the '60s, that's my time period, and the stuff from the '70s. I love that new X-Men stuff from the '70s. But other than that, us '90s, '80s, I don't really. That's not my thing. I never liked the black suit of Spider-Man. I never liked Spawn, Carnage, any of that. These Punisher Armory comics, though, uh, are a million laughs. I'd like. I've got a couple of them. I don't have a complete set. I don't think there were that many, but uh, it's such a bizarre concept. The Punisher Armory comics. Well, Kevin is operating a store in Mesa, Arizona, so sometimes he's taking care of customers. That's what he's doing right now. Um, um, Man, so either of you ever read any of the Shadow Strikes from the early '90s? I might have an issue or two. I like the Shadow that DC did in the early '70s, and then they tried to keep bringing the Shadow back as a direct sales kind of adult comic, but I think it wasn't set in the '30s, and at the time I thought the Shadow needs to be set at that time period, and I kind of didn't want to accept the Shadow not in that time period, so I don't think I was trying to buy those comics. But it might be great if I give it a chance now. Of course, I never will because I'm not around comics. Nice '60s and '70s vibe in those. Oh, okay. Shadow Strikes. Maybe I'll look for those. My wife says, well, I mean, it could have something to do with rubbernecks making things awkward. Wait, what was that comment in relation to? Oh, wait. Last Frontier says, I have some, but not much. That stuff sells fast if it's priced right. There is good demand for that stuff. For Melvin Monster? Well, there might be. Um, if you ever, but my wife says, will it meet like a gang of fifth graders? I don't, I'm not following the train of thought. I'm trying to figure out what she's referring to. Um, oh, about maybe about Dr. Fives. Yeah, I think that's what she's talking about. I'm not too clear thinking. Anyway, so what do you guys think about this? This other brand, Pure Leaf, has a similar thing on the bottom, but it's not as deep. It's like these two. You see how much you're getting ripped off, making you think you have more tea than you really do? Or is it something that has to be done for tea? I don't think so. So this is an outrageous communist front. It's to our democracy. Just found this mermaid swizzle stick on the floor, and I just rescued it before the dog could chew on it. Where I got it, I don't know. I think it was from a fish food restaurant. Possibly, what was that place called? Catfish Sam's in Arlington, Texas. It could have been from there, but I don't know. I have several of these. Amazing, huh? See, the first issue I have of the new X-Men is 97. Pure Leaf is great with vodka. Well, I wouldn't know, but I believe you. That's 97. And then I'm missing 98. Then I have 99. It's almost like I have every other issue. And then I have 100. And then I have, he was just showing 101. I have 101, but it's it's fake. It's got, see, it's 3.99. It's a recent facsimile. And then what the heck? Um, I have two copies of 103, and then I don't have anything till 111. I missed Tejava. And I could have sworn we got a piece of junk mail that said Tejava today. What is Tejava? Those are some nice X-Men issues. Says Aesop's Fable. Well, everything I just showed you, he's got for sale there. He just bought. If you, I think he did. We're waiting for him to finish with a customer. Um, oh, and he said he got some new masks today because Gotham City Comics is a deceptive name. It's not just a comic store; it's also a horror monster collectible store, and he sells a lot of masks, not just at Halloween time, but all year long. So, how about that? Um, some of the, do you have Last Frontier Comics? Do you have some issues of Mars Patrol Total War from Gold Key? I thought I had almost a complete run, and I was going through my comics last weekend and realized I have about only 4 copies of that comic. Here's an interesting magazine while we're waiting. It's Bad Trip number 2. I've shown you this. Look at it's the Chocolate Watch Band. Trust me, if you've never listened to the Chocolate Watch Band, look them up on YouTube. Um, Emsh says earliest X-Men issues I own are 55 and 61. Okay, yeah, that's a good time period. Um, This is a magazine about 60s rock and roll, garage rock, and about new bands in the, this has to be mid 90s, or early 90s. The artwork there is dated 93. There was a revival of that kind of music in the 90s, which was bands like these, the Mono Men, Man or Astro Man. There were better ones than those, but well, there was the Chesterfield Kings, which is why they have an ad on the back for the Chesterfield Kings cigarettes, because they named themselves after a brand of cigarette. Hmm. Wanda Jackson is a fantastic rockabilly singer. Or was, well, still is. Her music's still alive. Anyway, looking through some music magazines. She says, "I'm on a delay." Oh man, what people don't know? I kind of thought Catfish Sam's was insipid. Yeah, it had a nice building, and the inside had a nice 1960s because it had been there since then. Maybe older, possibly 40s feeling to it. But yeah, it was a very gourmet. What is the word? She's has high standards as far as food. Last Frontier says a lot of that stuff is big in Canada and Europe. Just sold a bunch of 60s and 70s Charltons to Canada and some Phantoms to Finland. Now it says, I'm on a delay. Paranoid Android says, hello, all. I started watching late, so I rewound. Oh, I see. Imp says, Robert Williams is a great painter, but I think his underground biker magazine line art sucks. Yeah, we were talking about the other week. My wife says, hello. Did you ever get Lowrider magazine, says Paranoid Android? No, I would get magazines like, if I have one, I don't have more than one. I would get like Rod and Custom and old. I would buy old. I got boxes of old 1960s and 50s hot rod magazines, and uh, I like them from that time period of the 50s and the 60s with the Big Daddy Roth kind of creations, and the 70s, but lowrider stuff, not as much. Here's Your Flesh magazine with a wonderful uh, XNO painting on the cover. That's his character Frankenpop, that he's probably painted hundreds of paintings of the life of Frankenpop. And oh my gosh, oh my gosh, look at this. One of my old friends, there he is, Mark Ridlin. Um, Never seen him with that much hair. Mark Ridlin was in a band called Lithium Christmas, and he was I always knew him as a DJ. He DJ'd my friend's wedding, and he's always been a good friend. He's introduced me to people. He's like, that we're fellow toy collectors, and because of his introduction, I met someone that introduced me to Joe Riley, and that's how I worked with him on the Hypnotic Eye television show. Um, Yeah, I haven't talked with Mark Ridlin in a while. I used It used to be, for some reason, every time I went to a garage sale or estate sale on a Saturday morning, my phone in my pocket would call him, and I'd have to say, "I'm sorry, for some reason my phone is dialing you," and without my. But yeah, he's a cool guy. Uh, I think that when Joe Riley passed away, he got all of Joe Riley's VHS collection, which would have amazing stop motion animation with the real GI Joes, and I've not even seen hardly any of that. Um, Incredible guy, Joe Riley. You look through these old magazines and you can discover some bands that maybe you've forgotten about. This one had a 45 RPM record in it, which is going to be in my record collection. But this is from the fall of 1995. There were a lot of great magazines coming out back then, which is why would you buy a Marvel comic from 1995 when magazines like this were out there available to you? This is $5.99, which is expensive, but you got a free record with it. And all these great bands were coming out at the time. Like I said, why would you buy New Mutants 98? Um, well, it sounds like Kevin may be back. Uh, Possibly, maybe not. I heard some stirring about. Um, like I've always said, I don't want this to be a comic book channel. I always wanted to talk about culture, pop culture in general, and talk about music, but YouTube won't. If YouTube let me play music, I would be on here spinning music like a DJ, and I would tell you and teach you about all these great bands. But all I can do is say, "Oh, here's a great band. Look them up on YouTube," and it's on YouTube, but I can't play it on YouTube, right? It's so frustrating. It's like, isn't it good to promote music so that people will go out and buy it? But instead, no, you can't even, um, walk by a television with a song playing for 2 seconds without copyright claim. Um, oh well, how about that? What is this magazine? This is one of these cultural magazines from 1994. It's called Mouth to Mouth. September, October 1994. Oh, it's voted world's best teen magazine. So you got Wolverine, and I don't know who this girl is. I don't even have any clue. Um, it has Snoop Doggy Dogs School Days. How about that? I guess I bought it because of the X-Men stuff on the cover, but they have little articles that who is Cliff of Cliff's Notes, and that's like whoever thought of that? Well, you read Cliff Notes, but there must be a guy named Cliff. I never even thought of it. I was just like, give me that, because I can't read this whole thing. Supermodels and superheroes. Oh, I see what they're doing. Whoever this supermodel is with Submariner. It's probably why I bought it. It is, Christy Turlington. I've heard of her. I don't know why. This is, who is this? Oh, Kate Moss. She was the anorexic girlfriend of Johnny Depp. They've got her with some ridiculously stupid looking Hulk. Really? That's how they drew the Hulk in the 1990s? You can keep your 1990s comic. This one is Kate. I guess I don't know if that's Kate Mon and who that is. I don't think these girls knew that they were going to put superheroes behind them when they were posing. I really don't think so. This one is Elle McPherson. Yeah, I've heard of a lot of these actually. Um, yeah, I think when she posed, she didn't know they were going to put some X-Men drawing behind her. And this is some, oh, Naomi Campbell. I've even heard of her. Here she is with a motorcycle, and they've got Ghost Rider flipping around her. Oh my God, the 90s. They're ridiculous. Oh, here is Claudia Schiffer hanging on to Spider-Man. Well, maybe they did know. I don't know. This one is Bridget Hall. I've even heard of her. I think she was Australian. She's with this ridiculous 1990s looking Iron Man. That's a stupid Iron Man suit. I'm sorry, but I'll continue to insult 1990s comics, and I don't know if oh man. Oh, I see why. Yeah, okay. This has got like Don Martin art. That's why I bought this stupid thing. How much did this cost? What? Oh, that was a good thing. Back then, the magazine cost $1.95. You imagine most people now, if they dropped $1.95 on the street, they, oh, I'm not even going to pick that up. You can't buy anything with $1.95. My wife will, she's raining on a, those supermodels were on drugs and trafficked. Sad. Yeah, they weren't anything. They weren't interesting. They weren't like them. Hopefully that wasn't the case with the people like Twiggy and the interesting models of the 60s, and 50s, but it probably was. Um, all of all of Hollywood and the music industry is about to collapse in a marvelous melting of. They're all gonna be. You remember the end of the movie, The Devil's Reign, where all the devil people were melting? I think John Travolta was melting, and Ernest Borgnine. I think all that's about to happen to that entire industry, and they're all clawing and desperate and terrified of Trump getting in, and now this, what is this, P Puff Diddly Daddy has been arrested, and how he's probably gonna admit what's been going on with all these people, and P Puff Diddly Daddy, Puff Pity. Pee puff pitty poopy pants piddly pop pop. I showed you this before. I'll show it again while we're waiting for Kevin to return. This is a Kiss book I got for nothing at Half Price Books. They just figured, who wants? And they, I probably got it for $5, something like that. Let's see if it's written in there. No, I got it for nothing. Just trust me. But then you open it up to the back, and there's a giant Paul Stanley autograph. To one hell of a handball player, Paul Stanley. 100% authentic, because no one would forge a Paul Stanley signature with to one hell of a handball player. So this is a Kiss collectible that's probably worth, I don't, who knows what, probably nothing. But it's cool to me. Uh, oh my gosh. Remember Film Threat magazine? Um, it started as a real underground thing. He was uh, I mean, what was his name that did Film Threat? He's now part of the network of people associated with Nerdrotic. But he started this magazine, and he was really into in the '80s the cinema of transgression. Dick Zed and Lydia Lunch. Anyway, sounds like Kevin's back.
I'm here.
All right.
Yeah, Amazon keeps sending me this little dart game.
Oh yeah, we were talking about this before.
I guess
Yeah.
they send stuff like this to you to try to something about their reviews. That's fake reviews, so they can get reviews on product.
Yeah.
So these are
Okay. So
suction, like a suction cup game.
okay. Can you throw it at someone that has a bald head and have it stick to their head? That's about the only.
Probably.
Well, it's a one. So you're getting a whole bunch of these sent to you
I've gotten three
without
sets
you
of this
paying
thing.
for them.
Yeah.
Interesting. During the
Yeah.
pandemic, my wife and I received a package with, I think, three or maybe five COVID masks, disposable COVID masks, and it was sent from China. And it was sent to us directly, and we didn't order it. For all the way from China, they sent us just a few masks. And I didn't know what the. I still am a little bit flummoxed on that one. What the mysterious origin of that was. Yeah, this is this. I hope this doesn't get me in trouble with YouTube.
These
This
are
is the
just
last.
illustrations. These aren't real.
I know they're drawings, but I don't trust YouTube. But I think we get the idea that this comic book is. I don't know. It's a
Look,
funny
there's a
book,
mask
man.
right there.
Oh yeah, but this is 30 years before COVID, right? This is from the 90s. Oh my gosh, man. I just who was in charge of Marvel at the time? Was it Jim Shooter when this was put out? Who greenlit this? I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying that this is a very strange thing to look. I see there to hurt and even to kill. Yeah. Um, this is a very interesting thing.
Can
Yeah.
you imagine a little kid taking this to school and reading this?
Yeah, yeah. What if that gets taken up by the teacher? How exactly is that how do you explain your way out of that? I don't know. Well, that was another time. Um,
We look through this. Yeah, we look through this X Factor.
yeah, you haven't really fully looked through what you purchased. And then you said you had some new masks in too, and then you might want to give us a preview of tomorrow's free comic book day. I can't stay on super long today, but uh,
Oh, there's one box. It's all it is Predator and
oh,
Aliens.
that stuff will sell though. There's people
Yeah,
really into that.
it's everything. The whole thing is Predator and Alien.
Yeah, I never was that much into Predator either. I just my friend Tom and I went to see Predator when it was in theaters on the opening day, and he hated it. I thought it was okay, but he convinced me that I should hate it. I mean, it was a pretty stupid movie. It was a Schwarzenegger movie, but I mean, people really loved the design of that alien with the sideways mouth and everything. I just didn't like the dreadlocks. I don't like my monsters to have dreadlocks. I'm I'm like Mikey. I hate everything. Uh,
Yeah. All right, so that box had nothing but Predator, and then there's some other stuff.
Rod
Fright
too.
Night.
He won't like it. He hates everything. Yeah, Fright Night was a pretty good movie at the time when it came out.
Hang on.
Yeah, all right.
Got the
It's
same.
I want all your X-Men comics. Or if it's someone watching calling in, that would be cool.
That's me.
That would be cool if it was a viewer calling in.
From what year?
Here's America's only rock and roll magazine, Cream.
You have the one that's like his first
Uh,
appearance. Completely different title.
this is from October of 1975. Look at that, an ad for Kiss Alive when it first came out.
He first appeared in
I didn't
something.
even know I had this. This is great. An early issue of Cream.
Had like an all black cover. Yeah, that's the only thing one I'd really be interested in. I don't really have that many people asking for.
Leonard Skinner, the 100 Proof Blues. It's a whole article about rock and roll stars drinking. Of course, Alice Cooper was an alcohol. He beat out the alcoholism and he's now a born again Christian. He still performs, but articles about all the alcoholic rock and roll people.
That was somebody that wanted to sell me their Yosagi Yojimbo collection.
That's the rabbit guy.
Yeah.
Couple about 3 years ago during the it's like alcohol. Yeah, about 3 years ago they were predicting
Hey,
they were
what's
going
up,
to make a cartoon
dude?
on Netflix of that rabbit, and everyone started speculating on that Usagi Yojimbo first
I
appearance. And
just got this in.
Oh yeah, the
it was
elusive one.
Check this out,
never.
guys. This is an elusive concepts.
Oh shit, they're black latex.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's huge. I didn't know it was going to be this big.
Yeah, the old ones are pretty big too.
It has to have to. You have to have this foam piece in there. That one has it, right?
Oh yeah,
This,
yeah, I can see it up top.
yeah, this one it fell out. This
Oh
one.
shit.
Well, could you give us a sense of scale by putting it up next to another mask?
Look at this.
Is
Um.
or next to a comic
I
book
could
or
put it.
something
I could
we
put
know
it
what.
next to a giant. I could put it next to a giant mask.
Okay. My wife says he was
No, that
fun to
was
watch
that.
movies and shows with because he was such a hater and it was so
There you
funny.
go. That's a
Oh, my friend Tom, yeah.
that alien's like a regular size mask.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's so big they have to put a piece of foam on the top of his head inside there
Yeah.
because it's way bigger than a human's head.
Oh, I see the eye holes. Are they eye holes at the bottom of the? Oh, yeah. Okay. Man, that's a pretty good mask, man.
Yeah, I was happy with it.
Okay. Well, having a giant head is probably makes it look amazing when someone
Yeah.
wears it.
Well, that and when you have it hanging up, it looks cool too.
Yeah, yeah,
This
yeah.
is the one I didn't get to show you guys last week because it sold right when it came in.
Oh, okay. So that's currently in production, huh?
Yeah, and it's the same size, maybe I don't know, maybe a little bigger than the original one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I prefer the one on the right, but that one's
Yeah,
amazing too.
for the money, I mean that one's 500, this one's 70.
Oh, okay. And if you don't like the yellow squiggles, I guess you could repaint it. I don't know. It's
You know,
it's
whatever
it's
color you
it's
want. Man.
it's pretty amazing. No, it's just next to the other one. Of course, it's 500. It's like comparing a Honda to a DeLorean.
It's got a crown of foam in there, so your head doesn't go all the way to the top.
Oh,
So you're supposed to look through these holes.
well,
I showed you this one already. I got another one of these.
wow. What is that? What is that priced at?
It's 85. The other one's 70. And this one's 85.
Is that the same mold?
No, this one's the elusive concepts mold,
Okay, that's pretty amazing. I have to
and that other
say.
one, this other one is a mold from Distortions Unlimited. They got this mold. They saved this mold. They saved it from a flood. They had to carry it over their heads.
Oh, good. Well, that's good.
Save it. But they had to rework it. It was all messed up, and some of the things are gone. They added these veins because if you remember the original one, they didn't have veins because what he wanted to do was make them all look different. So he would add
Oh, oh.
they would add this later, using a cock gun so that they each were a little different.
My
Let me
wife
watch, let me
says,
watch that
"Hey,
one. Let me watch.
my wife says, hey, Grotz, there's a monster mask maker from this town that moved away and made it. I'll have to ask his name again. I didn't know that." Imp says, "Invasion of the Saucer Man." Okay, cool. That's
Yeah,
neat.
I want to know who that was.
Yeah, she'll figure it out. The green juice she's referring to is not the stuff from the Mad Doctor of Blood Island. It's it's something they sell at the local gas station. It mixes all these I don't know,
I,
fruit and
I just
vegetables
find out.
together.
I
I don't
just
know
find
what
out
it is.
who made this.
Jeez, that's wild, man.
Yeah, the same guy that made my this guy, Devil's Workshop. He made that.
Yeah.
He also made the Moon Monster I have.
Wow.
Same guy. Let me show
Hey,
you the Moon Monster.
what's going to be the big seller tomorrow for New Comic Day? Is there anything
There's the Moon
outstanding?
Monster.
Oh
Um,
wow.
maybe this will sell. I don't know.
Oh, I have that. Was that a replica of something from the 90s?
Yeah,
Is that a really sought after issue? I've got that issue. I'm pretty sure. She says I'm going to text the lady and ask the lady I registered to vote with. Oh, okay. Yeah, she just got registered to vote, so we can vote
maybe
in
maybe
November
Goobers
5th.
will be maybe Goobers will be a good seller.
Is that a licensed Garbage Pail Kids thing?
No,
No.
maybe Monster High will sell. Creep Show was okay. I read that. That was all right.
Okay. What do you think the normal people, think will be the big seller?
Mm, that's a good question. What horror movie is this? An homage to? What's that movie poster? These guys. Let me ask these guys. These guys know. What
I
movie
don't know
poster is that?
offhand.
Homage to? It's a newer movie.
Barbarian.
Barbarian.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, this is Barbarian. Oh, that's the guy that
Bill
played Pennywise.
Skarsgård. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's gonna play Count Orloff too in that new one.
Oh, he's also in that terrible Crow movie that just came
I
out.
will not watch it.
Yeah. There's a
Yeah,
movie
I
called
don't.
Barbarian. It's about Airbnbs,
Oh, I don't. Never heard of it.
and that Skarsgård guy. He's the guy that played Pennywise in the new
Okay.
Crow. He's in the Airbnb, and a girl comes, knocks on the door, and he's in there, and she's like, "What are you doing? I rented this place." And he goes, "No, I rented it." And he just has her come in. You can stay. I'll stay in the couch. You can sleep in the room. That's all I know about the movie. I've never watched it.
Is that the same Skarsgård that played Tarzan a few years ago?
Oh, his brother.
Oh, he has a brother. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know anything about Hollywood nowadays. Well.
Oh, here's that monster
Oh,
horror
okay.
monsters magazine.
Yeah. So what he's got here is that PS Art Books that's reproduced horror monsters, which is a
Uh oh.
Charlton. It was a 1960s Charlton attempt to imitate famous monsters, but it's notorious for its poor paper
Can you hear
quality.
me?
Yes, I can. It's just your
My
camera
phone's gonna
sideways.
restart. I
Oh.
can't control it.
Hopefully it won't explode like over in the Middle East. Well, I guess I'll kill a few minutes. His name is Cole Wilms. Well, when Kevin comes back, he'll either know who that is or won't. And this is something to seek out. It's one of the greatest things you'll ever find in your life. It will change your life. Like the first time you read Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, if you get Kicks magazine, this is issue number 3. Oop, he went away. This is issue number 3. Um, um, there's so much text in here, and it's written in such a great way. It will infect the way you speak, just like reading Hunter S. Thompson changes you, it changes your brain, and you start talking like him. Um, it's fantastic stuff, man. This was the brainchild of Billy Miller and Miriam Lena. Um, it will teach you about 1950s and 60s rock and roll. And my wife says I'm going to finally try to eat. I think I have made her sick, but I've brought something from work to her, and so she got sicker than I was. And a lot of stuff about places to eat. Like, this is where I first heard about White Castle burgers. Long before they showed up in the supermarket, there's never been any White Castles around where I'm at. Lots of stuff about the Bobby Fuller Four. They're Miriam Lena was the original drummer of the Cramps in 1976, and they were really big in reviving Hazel Adkins. Um, Hazel Adkins and he was a one man band and sang songs about uh, putting people's heads on his wall and so they can't eat any more hot dogs. He was also Hazel Adkins was also influential on the Cramps as well. There's a whole big article on the Rivieras. I guess you'd have to get this on eBay. It's probably there. There's a few issues I'm missing. There's Hazel Adkins in the 50s. Um, they got a little slicker with issue 6, and they do a whole thing on the Bobby Fuller 4. Bobby Fuller 4 were out of East Texas, and they sound in the 60s. They sounded a lot like Buddy Holly. Buddy Holly had, and they, them from the song "I Fought the Law" and the Law Won, and they did a lot of great stuff, man. Oh, yeah, this I was talking about Gene Rambo the other day. Um, when I went to my friend Randy's house, and Gene Rambo was over there, and Ronnie Dawson. There's Elroy Dietzel that that sang the song "Rockin' Bones." He was the original guy that sang "Rockin' Bones." Then Ronnie Dawson covered that. Then the Cramps covered that. Yeah. See, this guy, Ronnie Dawson, of course, he was older at the time, uh, was at Randy's house playing the guitar, and he was trying to get Gene Rambo. Hey, come on, let's play like we used to at the Sportatorium. And he said, no, no, those days are behind me. And finally, he got him to perform, and it was just like one of those great moments. See these two 50s rockabilly guys playing in my friend Randy's living room. Uh, here, Miriam's talking to Randy Fuller, Bobby Fuller's brother. See, Bobby Fuller went to Los Angeles, and um, he was, as I recall, he was found in I think it was his Mustang with, I think, gasoline poured down his throat. He must have pissed off some record executive, and they took him out. So here's the Trash Men. You know them from the song "Surfing Bird," and it's just not. It's weeks, a month's worth of reading in every issue of Kicks magazine, and I think they put out some more recent issues. Let's see. Imps, Grot, how do I friend you on FB and if you partake in such antics? Um, well, you just send a friend request to Gratu Orloff. There can't be more than one on there. There's probably some Gratu Orloff fan clubs that were started 20 years ago, but I'm on there in various forums. But it's I don't do anything on there except occasionally repost pictures of videos of people that their dog are seeing their dogs again after a long deployment in the Middle East or something. It's mainly like dog videos I put on there. I don't. It's not something that I spend much time on, honestly. I steal pictures from other people on there and put them on Instagram. That's mainly what I do. Well, we're waiting on his phone. Car guy, hi from Michigan. Car guy, you're a new person. That's interesting. I'm glad we're getting car guys on here. I'm glad we're getting people into things besides sissy things like collecting comics. I really don't want this to be a despite I've got some. I don't want to be a comic book person, man. They're a bunch of fucking stuff. I don't want to be a comic book person. I, this is Sticky Goose. I want to be a comic book person. Look, he puts videos up. Fake comic collectors X-Men collection. And then it turns out it's his X-Men collection. But people have called him a fake comic collector because he just started collecting comics about the beginning of the pandemic. And people said, well, you're not real because you just started collecting comics and you just started buying, you had a lot of money and you bought up all the key issues. And he's like, Pinocchio, no, I want to be a real comic book collector. Look, I've got this great collection. And people don't even watch the video. They say, oh, he's insulting someone's X-Men collection. They don't even watch the video to see, oh, he's showing his own comic collection. So they do videos like, how dare this asshole insult somebody's collection? They spent all this money buying the collection. It was actually his collection. And I think he did that with his Spider-Man collection too. But it's just like the older guys. Here I am, someone that, okay, well, let's say I bought the first appearance of Ghost Rider in 1972 off the newsstand as a little second grader, and I still have it now. And someone's buying that during the pandemic for a giant amount of money and getting it slabbed. Oh, look, it's 9.8, and they're looking at it a whole different way than I do because to me I'm nostalgic for that time and everything, and they're like, oh, this is a cool collectible. And so there's a disconnect with the two different generations. Like someone like Sticky Goose is probably born about the time that I was about 35 years old. So it's a whole different generation of comic book collecting. And that's the future, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, the future are people that go and hunt for key issues, and then they send them off to get slabbed in plastic, and then they do a show. Look, I'm going to unbox my slab comics, and then what is it going to be? I sure hope it's a 9.8. Oh, it's a 9.4. This one's 9.8. Yeah, and every thousands of people watch it. That's what is exciting to the younger comic collectors, and they're the ones that are going to take over from us. They're the ones that are going to actually buy up all my collection when I'm gone, and that's how they're going to handle it. And it's just going to be a different way. But is it their fault they can't have nostalgic feelings for 1972 when they were born in 2002? What is this? 30 years? It's like this is the way. That's the way it is, ladies and gentlemen. Tuesday, September 24th. Yeah, well, whatever. I mean, I could never have a complete collection of all these X-Men books. It's really kind of pointless. It's like, well, what? I have them all, then what do I mean, I've got reprints of them all in some, maybe one or two of the books that Kevin got in those four boxes I might like to get, but he's got to sell those pretty quickly. He need. That's another thing he just did. He just paid to have the store painted. It's a beautiful blue, kind of like Superman's suit or whatever, or the way that Batman's cape used to be. You know, you could maybe if he comes back here in a minute, he'll go outside and show you the new paint job. He's already getting people stopping in his store that never knew it was there because they probably just figured, oh, it's another Mexican restaurant. I don't know why a Mexican restaurant would be called Gotham City though, but I would eat at a Mexican restaurant called Gotham City. But anyway, he had it painted. Now it stands out. So yeah. Yeah. So, the hell time is it? I gotta feed the cat, man. I don't have time for. Oh, shit, it's 7:35. I gotta end this quickly. Oh, wait. What's going on here? What are people talking about? My wife says, and I'm not really safe to friend. Guarantee you'll get put on some sort of list. Well, she does tend to speak her mind politically about what's going on in the world, so feel free to befriend her, but don't be surprised if you're offended, if you're an idiot. Car Guy says, been collecting since 1987. Still a comic guy, too. Cool, that's great. How long have you been watching this channel, Car Guy, and how did you discover it? Imp says tried friending you a while back. No response, but it's cool. That was not a personal affront. It's just I never looked to see I never checked to see who sent me friend request, but I'll do it. Sometimes I forget how to check if someone sent me friend request, and I got everything set on private and everything. So I will look, and if I don't remember, my wife will show me how, and I'll get you friended up. Ooh, someone's coming back, man. It's Gotham City back. Add stage. Okay, all right. So anyway, Horror Monsters is a Charlton imitation of Famous Monsters that was famous for having really poor paper quality, like all Charlton books. And they've reprinted. Is it just one issue reprinted here?
So far, my phone did a
Okay.
mandatory shutdown for an update.
Oh, that's while you're on it. That's not cool.
Well, it was my fault because it kept telling me all day that it was going to
Oh,
happen at 5 something,
okay. Oh
and
yeah, look at those.
I could have done it earlier, but I
Oh
just
yeah.
kept putting it off, and then it did its mandatory one.
See, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. So
You get the original cover underneath.
yeah, I see that. I've never seen that in person ever. Yeah, I've only seen one issue of Horror Monsters for sale at a giant record store, and I don't know. It was probably $35. I don't know. Yeah, this is great. Yeah. I'm thinking maybe I have a copy of I don't know. I remember that ad, the Horror Monsters Mailman ad. Anyway, so yeah, so you got a couple of them. I'd like one of them, and you can order. You can get more for anyone watching that wants one.
You can get
There's
a
that.
mutant.
The mutants for sale there. If you want to call them up, you want to give your phone number.
You can get a saucerman.
Yeah, and you'll have it for Halloween.
Get a pirate skull.
Yeah. Of course, you
Get a,
might just look like that if the Democrats keep pushing Russia to.
you can get a Bigfoot.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's great.
Get anything you need.
Okay, this is the phone number 480 for those of you that aren't watching or that are blind at 649-3065. Amazon in Mesa, Arizona. Apparently there's a Gotham City Comics in New York, but it's a different place. No connection to him. Um, anything else new that's come in?
Uh,
Are you going to price those X-Men prior to issue 111? Like, is that part of the stuff you're going to price first?
I wasn't in that pile that I pulled out, is it?
I don't know. That's the pile you pulled out is probably the stuff that most people care about. What I'm,
Yeah.
did you have the Silver Age stuff in there? Oh, did Jihad? I don't even know what that is. Man.
This is
Yeah,
Clive Barker's
yeah.
Hellraiser stuff.
Yeah, I shouldn't have even said that word out loud. My brother worked for Homeland Security. If you're talking on the phone and you say that word 3 times during the course of a conversation, you're immediately recorded by the government. So that's not a safe word to say. Is that what was that there, Kelly? What was
In
what is?
2000,
Oh, is this a spinoff from Mr. Monster? What is this?
yeah, Mr. Monsters.
Um. Okay. Hey. I might be interested in those. Do you think those will be pricey, or are you going to keep
Um,
those?
I think those are cheap.
Yeah, could you save those for me? The
Yeah.
Kelly ones? John Gore
Is that
says there's a Fright Night comic. Yeah, the Fright Night comic is recent though, isn't it? It's not like from the when that came out in the 80s, right? Or am I wrong?
this is? Let's see the price. $1.75. This is now comics, so this is 80s.
Oh, okay. I guess it came out when the movie came out. Missing Mars says there's also a Gotham City Comics in Jacksonville, Florida, and Ontario, Canada. Well,
Let's
it's
say
definitely
88, 1988.
yeah. He's the one in Mesa, Arizona.
Oh, they're really conservative on their grading. They call that a very fine, and I would call that a near mint.
Who is that did the pricing? Is that a Lone Star?
My
Yeah,
comic shop.
yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah, they are. They're trained to do that.
Hmm.
Like I said the other night, they're trained
Yeah,
at
you
Lone
can't
Star
complain.
to grade.
Nobody's gonna complain when it's a higher grade. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't want any returns. They don't want any unhappy customers. So they always undergrade. Yeah.
Still find everything okay, man? You're all ready? Okay.
Cool.
Here's that.
Yeah, that's cool. But did you get one that wasn't damaged, or is
I
you
couldn't
know
even see the damage after that day. That doesn't look damaged anymore.
it fixed itself? Wow, it's like
That
a
happens a lot.
oh my gosh. So comment in the chat if you're going to be calling him and getting some of these new goodies for his new
45.96. Okay.
purchase.
I'll throw in a free dart game. Cool. You want one? Okay. I have a dart game if you want one.
Probably covered in fentanyl.
Just don't, maybe don't scan the barcode of it.
I only want old goodies from Kevin.
Somebody told me there's some scam with Amazon. Oh, really? Because they've been sending me stuff. Now it'll work. Okay. Yeah, Amazon's been just sending me.
As long as they don't bill you for it.
Yeah, don't scan that because maybe it'll take me. Okay, I see what you mean. Okay. Oh, it went through. Cool. Okay. There you go, man. Thank you. Yep.
Yeah, they say that, you know, they were blowing up all those pagers and walkie talkies over in the Middle East. Now they're sending down cards with scan barcodes on them, and they say, "Don't scan it. It will steal every bit of information from your phone if you try to scan it." So it's the latest attempt to try to go after the terrorists, I guess. Paranoid Android. Do you have any Ratfink comics? There were Ratfink comics, as I recall, but they're not. They didn't have Ratfink comics during the Ratfink era.
Check out the executioner.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's very
Uh-huh.
good. I
Aaron
mean,
Lewis.
there were
He just
Big Daddy Roth. There was a Big Daddy Roth comic magazine. I've
Dated
got it
on August
somewhere in the
24th.
'60s, and Big Daddy
Yeah.
Roth would appear in cartoons, but the Rat Fink stuff from the '90s is not.
You see the
Yeah,
spider?
I mean, I think
yeah.
he was involved in that, but
That's
it's
made by
not vintage
Devil's
'60s. And
Workshop.
Rat Fink belongs
I don't
in the
keep up with
'60s.
that.
Although that stuff's fine. I'm just a snob about us. I'm very time period specific in my collecting. I don't like new stuff. Although I think I have those Rat Fink comics you're talking about.
This is the game they keep sending me. It's called
Let's
Toss It.
toss it. Okay. Yeah. What is it? Let's see. Okay, that's the directions, huh?
Well, they want
And
you to
it's
scan all these things on this box. I don't want to show it. They have these
oh,
quick
you don't want to
QR codes
show it
all over.
because the people might scan from their TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to do that to our viewers. Uh, that's weird,
What
man.
are you thinking about? You want that one? I'll
Would
give
you
you that one.
sell one?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
For like, how much you want?
This?
Oh, I meant a mutant. Like,
Oh, one of
would I
these.
sell? Would you sell one for Calendar Mask money to buy other ones?
Well, I can't find any.
eBay. None.
Dude, I
None
can't
right
find
now.
it. Yeah, I couldn't find any good deals.
Right.
Except the only ones I can get good deals on, I've already have.
Right. Right. Like
Like
Mad
Mole
Doctor
Man,
and
you
all
can
that.
get Mole Man anytime.
Right.
Mad Doctor. I need Hunchback, I need Creature, I need Mummy, I need Dracula, Frankenstein,
Yeah, the
Wolfman.
Franks are pretty high right now. You're not wrong.
Yeah, I found one a good deal, but it had the eyes had been cut out.
Oh, the Frank?
Uh-huh.
That was my boss at my weekend job selling that. The one that was kind of yellow looking.
I don't know if it was yellow, but it was
The mask, the seal turned.
I just saw that they had cut the eyes a
Yeah.
little lower.
Yeah, he just posted that one the other day. It was like what, 200
And
or
it
something?
sold, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was his. He had it in the back, and he was just like, "Man, he's like, I hate that someone fucked with the eye cuts."
Yeah,
He's
I
like,
would
don't
have I
want
would
it.
have bought it, but yeah.
Right,
Somebody wore it, somebody wanted to see.
right. And it's funny,
Mhm.
like just the Glen alone, I can fit over my head, but I don't need to cut the eyes out, you know? Right.
Did you see the name of the mask maker? You might not have been on. It's someone named Cole Wilms. Have you heard of Cole Wilms?
Cole Wilms, a mask maker named Cole Wilms.
Yeah,
I've never heard of
That's
him.
really cool.
He's from Iowa, or where is he from?
I guess. Cole Wilms, Wilmes.
Have you heard of that mask maker?
Cole Wilms?
Uh-huh.
Is it Mr. Cole's masks?
Is it Mr. Cole's Masks?
I
Oh,
don't
like
know. You'd have to. It's just my wife was told
You have
there's
him on
someone
your Instagram?
from this town that's makes masks that
There's
made
a
it
guy on
big.
Instagram called Mr. Cole's.
is it like this one right here? He does a lot of like Top Stone reimaginings.
Does he does reimaginings of Topstone masks?
Did a shot.
I have no idea, but maybe if you have the ability to
If
Google,
that's him, that's pretty great. Does it say where he's from?
I don't know.
Doesn't say on here.
Doesn't say his real name on there
I
either.
don't think so. No, just maker of monsters, but because
He didn't make that because that's
no, that's a Sicko.
Sicko. Yeah, I want that thing.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Do you have one?
No, not personally. He was just at Mask Fest though.
Yeah, I was
My
trying to
boss
get him
got
to
one
come
of
on the
those.
show. That's cool.
He's got the Creep Beat, Shock Monster, Graveyard Devil.
So this is Mr. Cole's right here.
I think so. Oh, he did this one. This one's probably my favorite. He's
Look
done
at this.
The
This is a
Teenage
Mr.
Werewolf.
Cole's mask.
Oh, that's a classic one.
Yeah, it's based on that
I've
ad.
seen
Yeah.
that in the ads. Yeah.
If that's him and he lives by you or used to,
No, I
that
think he maybe came from here. That's all I know. But I don't know. I'll try to research that name.
yeah, it's Mr. Cole's if you go on Instagram.
Yeah, that's. So it sounds like you
Yeah.
have customers that really know masks. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy knows knows a lot more than most people that come in here.
Oh, got more than me. How many? Oh, wait. She says that's him.
Oh,
Holy
that
shit.
is him?
That's him.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
So he used to live by you guys? Man, too bad he doesn't still live there.
I don't know. I know, man. Um, um, well, it sounds like we need to hunt him down to maybe bring him on as a guest. Do you guys have any connect? Is there a way to connect with him from any?
I don't know. Have you ever bought from him?
I haven't personally. My boss at my other job did, but
Oh.
if you message him, he's pretty responsive.
He says he's
so
responsive. Just message
just
him
hit
on,
him on
Instagram.
Instagram. Okay, Cole's. What do you say, Mr. Cole's
Mr.
Mass?
Cole's, yeah.
Mr. Cole's Grave Robbing Union, I believe.
Mr. Cole's Grave Robbing Union.
Oh, okay. All
Grave
right.
Grave Robbers Union.
Oh,
Mr. Cole's.
okay. Holy smoke, man.
Don't want to get rid of Fluffy yet.
That Studios one?
Yeah.
I couldn't get what's his name to rehair it.
Who?
David Lady or his
Oh,
wife.
David Lady. Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought.
They don't
one
have.
off
I don't
of
think
him.
they have any more of that hair
Right.
that they usually use for those.
I don't mind the hair on it.
Yeah.
My friend Zeke has one, but he's waiting for Jeff to make him another. He called him up and he said he would on the phone.
Uh-huh.
But on his website, he takes it down. You just gotta call him.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Gotham City. What kind of cards?
Magic the Gathering.
I just sold a bunch. I just sold a whole binder to somebody today.
Some moron.
Oh, it was like a ton of them. It was like a giant binder of them. Mm-hmm. I sold them for $50 for the whole binder. Yeah, he bought them
Get
quick.
rid
He
of them.
sent them up quick. He's like, yeah, I'll buy them. But I just got them today. I got them today and I sold them today. Is this Kyle? Oh, I was gonna say, dude, you sound familiar. Oh, cool. Yeah, stop in sometime. I'm in a new location. Uh-huh. Stop in. I'll try to sell them for you. Or I'll pick them up. They're the 90s ones for sure, yeah. I don't. Yeah. Well, he said they sometimes when they're like gem mint graded, they sell for like crazy amounts. And I'm like, go ahead, dude. Buy them from me and do all your grading. I'm not touching that. Yeah. I'm not spending a dime on grading. Yeah. I sell my stuff. You can do what you want with it once you get it. Uh-huh. What series was it? I probably have them still. If it's, I definitely would have kept I definitely keep all my series 1 stuff. Yeah. Cool. Well, cruise by sometime, yeah. All right. Yeah, good talking to you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Hello, Gold Key Geezer.
That was somebody wanting me to sell me their Marvel 90s cards. That
Oh,
was
okay.
another thing that was in this collection was a whole binder of those.
Oh, and those were already sold.
I
Yeah,
sold.
those weren't bad. Those were pretty good, right? I mean, I was joking and saying they're probably asking for Magic the Gathering, but
No.
yeah,
What is
that's
that?
all right. When I heard you talking about
What's
them in a
the
favorable way, I knew it must be something
Yeah.
okay.
I'm trying to
I've got some of that shit. I still 1990s still has that taint to it.
Yeah, I don't know if I like the foam in here
Yeah.
because it can misshape it a
Right.
little bit.
Right.
They're not taking their
You
time.
see that one that
Oh
guy
yeah,
did?
I love that thing. I saw the price though.
Matt McNeil, that's his name.
Then I saw the price. I'm like, yeah, I probably can't get that.
I mean,
It's worth it, but
yeah, it's definitely worth it. Let's see.
was it like 750 or higher?
Oh, it was
2K?
higher. I think it was
It's like
1100.
2K, yeah.
Right? Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
Matt.
man.
Speaking of Fright Night,
Yeah.
and it has bladders in it, so you can move the
Well,
face.
that guy was there too, right?
Yeah, he
I
got
saw
like
him
the
moving the
best new
face on that
vendor.
one. Yeah.
Look at that. He did the Raoul.
Yeah, I would buy that.
That's fucking cool. He did the little stand and everything.
Yeah.
No one's ever doing the window version. Everyone's doing the ticket.
I had
booth
Kyle
one.
make me one.
Yeah.
I have it.
Yeah.
If you want to buy it, it's made with a real medical skeleton too.
No shit.
A German one.
That's super cool. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
he
buy
put
it.
that, and it's on a stand.
Yeah.
And then he put like latex over the skull and made it look like rotting flesh.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he's got the cloak, and then he's got like metal wires in the hair, so you can make it looking like
Wavy.
like it's blowing in the wind.
Right.
I was gonna make this little scene where it was a fake window and he was behind it, and have a little fan that kicks on.
Yeah, that's killer, man. I'm getting ready to buy a real skull in a few weeks. My boss has some in customs right now. He's got 5
A real
on the
one?
way.
I have
Yeah.
an aquarium guy friend, and he buys skulls and he even puts them in the aquariums.
Really?
Like one of the skulls that he bought.
I would get too nervous to put him in an
The
aquarium.
skull that he bought, it still had dirt and shit inside of it.
That's killer, man.
Like it came from like a river bottom or something.
It's
that
cool,
legal, man?
Yeah, there's rules, but I don't know what they are, or how far they push them.
Whatever's whatever's out there is what you can sell, you know.
Uh-huh.
So these ones are 17th century European, so
Uh-huh.
they're all like toothless and shit. I'll show you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's coming from China. Play that.
Check these out. He's got these on the way. I'm kind of liking that toothless guy.
That's crazy.
Right.
Well,
That one has a big hole in the back of the head.
well, vote for Kamala. There'll be a bunch of Trump supporters' skulls for sale, I'm sure, hitting the market.
Man.
Let's see. Taint the meat, says Imsh. Imsh. Every time I say Imsh, I feel like I'm Sean Connery.
That same guy that made that Peter Lorre.
Yeah.
He's got a cool skull I want to get masked.
Oh, is it?
He's like missing the front.
Zach Saucier.
Is he like missing the front teeth?
Yeah, the big bib one.
No.
No.
It's like based on a Randati.
Oh, like a
would not hit the like button on this video. I don't understand.
Tell him to hit the unlike.
We'll get like 400 views on something, and there'll be like 20 likes. Can anyone not like? Hey, where are y'all still going to hear this conversation on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen?
That one.
Yeah.
I thought you meant the one with the whole.
There's
bib.
one like that, but I want the one that glows in the black.
Thank you, Missing Mars, for hitting the like button and for liking the hit button. There should be a hit button that you could like. That trend is common. What, buying skulls or not hitting the like button?
Fast forward.
Yeah, the one with the
That
bib.
one. Yeah, I thought you were talking that one.
He looks a little too mean for me.
Right. So it's a little too stylized.
He's mean looking.
Right.
I like skulls that are a little more friendly.
I'll take that saucer if you want to get rid of him. The saucer man. I'll take him.
You want that one instead of this one?
Yeah. Yeah. I just don't want it to be blow drying and all that because I'm lazy. But
yeah, I think. Hold on a second. Let me get a mask down.
Unless you want to sell Fluffy or Nate or a mutant.
I want to trade.
Right.
People.
I got 2 Franks and a Phantom, but the only reason why I didn't sell either of them is because I got both of them when I was like 14, working my first job. Karloff and Strange.
Oh, from the calendar?
They both got boxes too, but
wow.
It's sentimental only because I got them that young, you know?
Yeah.
Working a summer job. And like my summer savings.
How old are you now?
20.
We got them 6 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a cool one too. Like the Karloff.
Those things came out when I was in high school, and
98.
I was like riding my bike.
Like that one is perfect.
I wasn't buying monster stuff.
Right. Yeah, this one I'm just partial to him because the dude had it under a bag for like 20 something years.
So it doesn't have that yellowish.
Yeah, the seal on it hasn't yellowed yet, so fingers crossed it won't.
So you have that one, Strange, and what other one do you have?
A Phantom.
You're not even interested in trading the Phantom?
I could buy another eventually. What you want to trade him for?
Well, Phantom would be part of the trade.
Right.
Towards him. What else you want?
Right. I just got this one in the other day because I feel like I have to have the mask if I get the tattoo, so I didn't get to make it.
Well, the tattoo's there for good, but the
mask right.
Go, yeah.
I know, that's why I'm trying to keep the mask. I got that from Mabry.
Yeah, I love that.
That's a cool one, right?
So is that
knockoff.
going to be the one that they're going to mass produce?
So it's the same sculpt as that one, but he's only custom made 2 of them so far. And I like the hair.
His are way better.
Right. This one's thick too, and I like that the hair is just kind of on the scalp, you know.
The pose is thick, and then you want to see the coolest shock monster? Hold on, look at this.
Okay.
Looks just like the
Yeah.
ad.
Right.
Yeah, that is good. Who sells that?
Justin Mayberry.
Yeah, Justin Mayberry. He's the part owner of Trick or Treat. That's like his personal pull that he did off his mold. Not
What
like a
would
Mac.
that cost to buy one of those?
Like 400 probably.
Got 4 exactly.
All right.
And if you
Well,
bought a mass produced one, it would be like 50 or 60.
that's not going to happen in this lifetime. Maybe if the economy improves, but
Well, that one will last a lifetime. Like, whereas the Trick or Treat Studios pole will last like 10 years.
Right. Unless this is new rubber, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If they're using new rubber, then it'll go for a while.
It smells way better.
It does.
yeah.
I just hope that isn't more fillers or whatnot making the rubber smell different, right?
Oh, they just put like vanilla in it or something?
Right, some bullshit.
Because it smells like Zagoni.
Right.
My friend Joe Riley made a perfect Herman Munster bust out of resin and painted it, and I got it from him. He actually used thumbtacks as the bolts in Herman Munster's neck. That's the scale that it was, and painted them. It looked fantastic.
The original badge should be in there too. I couldn't believe how big it was.
Yeah, they're cool, man.
When you hold it up to that one, I think
It looked fantastic, but it started to. It smelled horrible, and he started to ooze. I don't know what the chemical reaction, but he started to sweat out horrible, probably toxic chemicals. I don't know. I gave it to a girlfriend at the time and let it smell up her place. I mean, I wish I could have kept it, but I thought it's better that she, and that's where it belonged. But it smelled. Who knows what would be oozing out from a latex, not latex. Yeah, what do you make that shit? Resin. It was resin. It wasn't latex. It's made out of resin. So, but it was sweating.
Not wanting to see it yet.
I do. I don't know what it's worth.
Take like 300 for him.
Probably not good. People that make
Don't make
masks and for Hollywood, it's
take a
real
long
bad for the health.
Real bad. Charge.
I think on the website, I think they're 100 or 150.
Mm-hmm. You wouldn't trade a Phantom for him?
Not if I can get one on the phone with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'll pay double just to get one now.
Yeah. I'd trade.
Right. I know that's the thing. You want to trade. I'm just like, I feel the pain. I used to. It's funny when
Steve says a hypnotic eye, very interesting. Yeah. Episode 2 is the one that I was most involved in. Everything in episode 2, the placement of everything, and all the footage came from me. I just told him, "Hey, put this here." And we went to the public access studio with VHS cassettes and grocery bags of mine, and we put that episode together. The other episodes I contributed to, but episode 2 is like 100% put together by me with him operating the buttons on the editing consoles. And my voice is my voice sounds very different now than it did in the 1990s. It's more gravelly, more like RFK Jr.
Yeah. I hit him up.
Dr. Fives and RFK Jr. Not Dr. Fives used to be on the show, but the real
I
Dr.
just get like
Fives.
some ones on eBay and stuff. Like
RFK Jr., who I think is great. It's going to be so wonderful, and our health is going to improve when he gets into the
right.
into power with Trump. He's going to help improve our diet and a lot of other things that have been being done to us by.
Yeah, that.
I didn't even put anything in there.
Yeah.
That Phantom I bought right around the time I was working that summer job.
Yeah, that smells really good.
Let's see. Oh shit, that smells like sweet.
Yeah,
That rubber smells like
it's like birthday
candy.
cake.
That's dude. I tell people I always smell masks and like, bro, you're fucking weird.
That's how you can tell
And
if
I'm
it's
like,
good latex.
yeah, you know, if it
smells
smells
sweet,
repulsive,
yeah.
it's because it's not good rubber. You know,
Yeah,
just
like
shitty fillers
Trick
and
or
all
Treat
that.
Studios one that smells like skunk.
Still
Right.
talking
You wear one and
features.
take it off.
Whenever I wore those
You'll be like, dude,
Myers,
who's smoking weed around here? It smells like
right?
skunk.
You smell like a shitty Spirit Halloween or a Spencer's,
Yeah.
you know, 'cause that's all shitty rubber.
Yeah, I definitely would. I'd be up for a trade on that.
Right.
Have I showed you my other Nate?
Yeah, the one with the actual teeth.
Uh-huh.
They're both sick as
Talk
fuck.
more,
Yeah,
Gratu. Hello. I'm kind of interested in what they're saying, but I'm also kind of needing to go brush my teeth.
No,
Well, he knew that the teeth were.
no, he didn't say that either.
No.
No, because after I talked to you, I go, let me see what Savine said. And he goes, oh, it looks like a shitty.
Oh, yeah.
He said it was.
He said like the finish was shitty
He
or
said
something.
it just sucks. He was
Right.
like, whoever did that.
Tom is kind of a dick, though.
Yeah, he was totally being a dick.
One of
I'm
my
like, dude, how'd you even see that? Like, you're probably looking on your phone and it's so small. You're not even
Right.
looking at it.
my friend does real human skulls and like does a lot of museum replicas of like headhunter tribe stuff. And that was it. I go to Monster Palooza with him every couple of years, and Tom's like, hey Tom, what do you think? And Tom's like, and just walked away, like said nothing, just shook his head. I was like, what a dick,
Yeah.
man.
He's not the best person to
Because he
ask.
did Cropsy and all that,
Yeah.
which is like my favorite, and I'm like, dude, he's such a dick.
Not a good person to ask what you think.
Right.
Kind of moody.
No.
Bought one of those puppies from me.
Oh, one of the Kyle
Kyle
ones?
ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's all this brouhaha going on down here, man? Dog is barking. What is this dog barking at? What is this? Imsh. Hello, Imsh. What's up?
Hello.
Hey, how are you doing?
All right, bro.
So what's been up?
Not too much. Staying alive.
Yeah.
It's like scary.
Yeah, I just did a quick
Right.
impromptu live stream and wanted to see what he got in these boxes, but
Yeah.
it's mostly stuff that's not tempting me. Why are you barking?
No shit. That's crazy. Yeah, the old location right up on Main.
Barking. Oh shit, he went away. What the hell?
It's like a big fiberglass.
His voice has changed a lot. Shit, man. I don't know what happened to Imsh. Um, okay. Oh, looks like he's coming back. There you are. What happened?
Yeah.
Not quite.
Someone missing Mars goes, Imsh,
Not quite sure.
no. Um, my wife's saying, are you missing a lot of beards since last time?
Yes, I am.
I can't even tell on this tiny little phone I'm looking at. So, you got anything you can show today while I
I do.
brush my teeth?
I do. I do. I
Here,
do. I do.
hey, can you turn your phone sideways so we get the cinema scope? And
Surely.
all right, cool. Oh, where are you at now? Are you in a garage or this is a different shed or something?
This is the basement.
Oh, okay. What do you keep in the basement? You're about to show us.
Guy,
Comic books.
what's this little shrunken head down here?
How do I show these? Okay. Let's see. How do I flip my camera around? Let's see. Hold on.
What? What happened? He went away. I don't think you can flip your camera. Oh, I can't flip my camera around. I can only do it one way.
Burning. Like maybe.
I can't flip my camera around. Some people might be able to. I think you just have to hold the books up next to your head like I do. Um,
Okay.
all right, let me give you a full screen.
I'll do that.
I may not answer if you ask me a question because I'm going to be brushing my teeth, but I'm going to be watching. Yeah, that book there I got from Kevin at Gotham City Comics, believe it or not. That's a great one. It's it's two different covers pieced together, kind of like Ron, Erie Publications used to do.
Goes hardcore on Death Studios.
Yep.
What's the stuff I can't remember?
Right. I don't even remember where I got it. Like,
I'm in the basement too, feeding the cat. That's a great issue too. Ron Cobb.
Ron Cobb, man.
Yeah, he was great.
Sci-fi great.
Gold Key Geezer's here.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey there.
This guy's just all Death Studios.
Yeah, that's a great issue too. So the basement's where the Warrens are kept, huh?
Yes.
Figures and all.
It's a secret place.
Oh yeah.
Secret.
Missing Mars says there's a rotation button. I've never discovered it, but let's see. Missing Mars says Vampy 7, a Frazetta cover. Yes.
Hold on. Hold on. Oh, here's one.
Right. Man, I have a collection of things today, Slowly but surely.
My apologies. My apologies.
Super thick.
Right. Oh, yeah. Cases. Oh, wait, no. Clean it. Yeah, yeah. You restored it. Yeah, yeah. And we were just talking one day. He was talking about did Don Post like all the part or whatever. I came the next day and he came to me and I was like, oh, thanks for talking to me, man. And he was like, he's like, go up, stuff. Yeah. Flashing the light. I want to put that green track. The melting one, used in the toilet, and then the swamp thing he did. Yeah, I was wondering how much you charge for those. Oh, damn. Right, yeah. Aftermarket. Dude, there's a guy who, Okay.
Hold on. Hold on.
I'll get out of your hair, man. I know you're closing up. So.
Let's see what else we
I'm
have.
back.
I will. Maybe I'll just have to buy a bunch
Oh,
of
I have
calendars.
that. That's cool.
Send me your calendar,
Yeah.
man, so I can get a damn mutant.
See if
You know?
anybody.
1970s Big Little book.
Talk to you later.
Cool. Yeah, you too, man.
Chrissy Myers says that web of horror worse than the law. I love Disney and comics. Says, hey fellas, my wife says very nice comics. I love Disney comics. Very nice mags. Oops. Oh, and the Library 88 says, hello all. Man, that Nightmare magazine is beautiful. Yeah, those Nightmares always had, yeah, a lot of beautiful imitations of Warren. Psycho, Nightmare. Oh, yeah, I discovered you were asking Imsh about that Egyptian Queen cover, and I looked and I don't have that one. And then I looked and realized that's a very expensive issue. So, did you ever find one?
I've in all my collecting years, I've only come across it 3 or 4 times. They're always in really crappy condition.
Because of the
Well,
black cover, it gets a lot of spine wear.
real tough to find a good, real tough to find a good condition. That's why it goes for kind of big bucks these days.
Yeah, it's really beautiful because they don't have a lot of text on it. It's just really stunning cover. I thought
Yeah,
I had it, but I guess I had the creepy that reprinted it in the late 70s. That's the memory I had of having that. It's Gray Morrow.
yep.
More than a few times, I've almost said gray matter when I'm trying to say Gray Morrow.
This one had
Where
some
are my
early Jeff
glasses?
Jones
Dang it.
art in it.
Yeah. That cover I always thought maybe was, I always thought that cover might have been originally intended for Famous Monsters. It looks more like a Famous Monsters cover to me
That cover's great.
because it's,
It does.
what is it? Yeah, isn't it?
I want that book. What number is that?
That's number 12. Number 12.
Oh, it's past 6.
Did you eat your dinner? I don't know how to make her eat it. Once she gets hungry, she loves it. I tried it. I seasoned it a little bit. It's weird. I think the bowl is too dirty.
The Burt Ward.
She
You want to eat
eats
the
out of
Burt
a
Ward
kitty
too?
litter box. Okay. Well, let me put it in the other bowl. Oh my gosh, we're having a bunch of different conversations. Well, look at that.
That's not a good commercial for a Bertward cereal.
Oh yeah, but no, she loves it, and it makes her really energetic. It's just she has to get used to it from what she's been eating. It's and she's very particular. She's not like most beagles that'll eat anything.
That kid bought a saucer, man.
Oh, did he?
He's only 20 years old, that kid.
Holy smoke! With all that knowledge he had,
Yeah.
and he was talking about being nostalgic for when he was a teenager. That was just a couple of years ago.
Well, yeah, he said when he was 14 was 6 years ago.
Well, to me, 6 years ago is not very long. So does his boss? Is there another store there locally? He says he kept talking about his boss having stuff for sale.
It's like a horror. It's like a slasher store.
Oh yeah, there was a store like that back in
So
Texas, but
they have. I've never been there because they have. I won't go in there because they have all these Ouija boards and stuff.
oh okay. You just I see your point. Yeah.
I don't mess with Ouija boards.
So they go a little bit more the occult route and the little darker than the fun monster stuff. The way that you collect it.
I don't like The Exorcist and that stuff.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
It's a little bit too real, you know.
Yeah, yeah, 'cause that stuff. Yeah, I completely understand.
Put a stack of comics down and I can't find it.
No, did you?
Let's see if we can't find any Wolverines. Trying to break my neck over here. Oh, oh, baby. What have we got in here? Let's see. What do we got in here?
Gold Key Geezer, are you still there? I haven't even said hi to you. Sorry. Are you still there? Let's see.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, so how have you been? You kind of disappeared off the radar for like several years. Seems like.
Yeah, yeah, it was a couple years. I was always watching, kind of lurking in the background, you know.
Oh, okay. It was like you were gonna start up this new channel, and then I guess life got in the way or something.
Yeah, pretty much that's it. Yeah, I got a little discouraged too.
Yeah. What mainly discouraged you?
Ah, I don't know. It just seemed like I really can't put my finger on it. A little bit like I noticed like a lot of infighting, I guess you'd say, in the community, and
Yeah.
it just kind of turned me off, you know.
Back then, or more
Like a little,
recent?
yeah, like a little bit of it, yeah.
Hmm.
Like it just seemed to me that I don't know. Anyway, it was just a bunch of things, mostly work, things like
Yeah.
that, and you know, like I decided to take a month off, and that month turned into 2, and that turned into 4, and the next thing I know, it was a year had passed.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
you know, it's just one of those deals. Like I said, I was always watching videos,
Okay.
just kind of hanging out, watch your channel a lot.
Well, cool. Thanks.
Yeah, sure.
There's I see Captain Strangeliffe put out a new video a couple days ago, and I like to watch videos from the older people that and the younger crowd collects comics in a whole different way with the slabbing, and it's a
Oh yeah,
big game to see what score they get on the slabbing. It's
right.
not a
You had mentioned that what's his name, Sticky Goose guy,
yeah, that guy.
and
Yeah, I kind of watched him a little bit.
I checked out one of his videos that you were talking about it over the weekend. It was what him versus the community. I lasted about 3 minutes.
Yeah,
You
it was.
know,
Yeah, I got a little bit longer than that, but then we went to eat, and I haven't even gone back to it. I was curious what he was going to go with that, but it looked like he. Yeah, I don't know. It's not a.
yeah, for me, it's all about nostalgia. You know, I collectability. I don't really care about that. You know,
Yeah, yeah. Well,
I know you mentioned that like the ads and like that's a big part of things for me as well.
yeah. Unfortunately, Dell hardly has any ads,
Yeah, that's
and
true. That's true.
Gold Key did, but not many. I mean, it's surprisingly, it's the ACG comics that have some of the coolest ads that you never really see in the other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember buying that when that came out there.
Yeah, the Gold Key comics mostly in-house, but they would run that they had that promotion with Kenner that they would run, you know, like that extra
Right. Yeah,
insert,
I
you
was
know.
going through some of those the other day on last weekend, I think. It was they'd have all the girl toy ads first, and then the boy ads. And it was mostly SSP racers was the only thing that I really saw in that catalog that was interesting to me.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Norman Saunders.
Are those unopened? Those cards in there?
Yes.
Mr. M? Yeah.
Yes. Yes, sir.
I took mine out. Oh, look at this stuff.
Wow.
What else we have here? La, 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 la. Oh, I don't want to see that.
I was thinking now that my head is shrinking from being this giant fat orb that maybe I can shave my beard as well, because I was really using the beard to disguise the fat jowls, the disgusting Nixon-like sagging fat, and which is probably the case with most comic collectors, why they have beards. So you don't really, they look more distinguished and less like a fat pig that collects comics. So I was thinking, but my wife's now used to the beard, so I may keep it for that reason. I don't know. Maybe it looks distinguished. You got great stuff, man. I don't have that issue with House of Secrets. I seem to buy the House of Secrets and House of Mysteries when they have skeletons on the cover. It seems like that those are the ones I chose as a child. Library 88 says Fantastic Novels has some amazing covers, and Missing Mars is excited at the sight of Forever People.
Some Bernie stuff for you.
Oh yeah, that's one I just got from Kevin, but I don't have the other issue. That's I think a 2-issue run of, but I don't have the other issue.
I think there was 3 issues.
A
Yeah.
3 was there?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, I gotta find the other 2, and that's one you don't find very often. It's because I don't think anyone bought it when it came out. That one I have too. I think I got that one from Captain Strangeliffe as a present. Not a present, but a prize last Halloween for some dress up contest.
Hey, are they going to do that again this year?
I haven't heard anything. That last one they planned well in advance because I think it was the first time Strangeliffe did a live stream, and he did it with the help of Horror Mike. That's a great issue. That's the one that shows him that is how he his later years, right? Or am I wrong? I think that's the one that shows he's married to an Indian lady and he's an old man, and then he winds up being stuffed and toured around in old West exhibits.
I have no idea, but it's got Rusty's art, so that's why.
Yeah. Yeah, it may be that issue. There was one that shows the end of Jonah Hex. I think that's the one you just showed, unless you have two copies of it.
Is it? Oh my goodness. Okay.
I don't know, unless the covers all look alike.
What's this? This is a nice one. Bought this a long time ago.
Oh yeah, that is one I don't think I've ever had.
What do we have here? What else do we have here? This is a nice one.
Oh yeah, that's when they had a different logo there for a little bit. Wow. Gold Key, do you have anything you want to show tonight? We haven't even cut to you yet.
Oh, that's okay. I'm not anywhere near my collection to
Oh,
to
okay.
do
Well,
that.
it's nice to have you on, man. That's great. Hopefully, you'll appear lots in the future.
Yeah, I tend to miss the weekend shows, the live streams, because my wife and I camp, and I'm
Oh,
usually
yeah.
at our
Well, yeah.
campground, and that'll be ending soon.
Yeah.
You know, beginning of October is when we're finished. So
Yeah,
I'll be
sure.
around more then. You know.
I'm trying to remember. Do you collect pretty much exclusively Gold Key, or I don't know?
No, no, but mostly things from the '70s for the most part. I like to concentrate on the Gold Key original properties.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's what I like to concentrate on, and mostly like the the mystery and adventure titles. Every now and then I'll pick up a like a funny animal title, or one of their non adventure
Oh, there
titles,
you go.
but I tend to concentrate on the originals, the original properties.
Yeah. Do you have all the Mars Patrol comics?
Oh my goodness, no. No,
How many?
I'd love
How many
to.
were there? Do you know offhand? Is there less than 20?
Off the top of my head, I don't know.
Man, I was dismayed to find out I only have 4, and I could have sworn I had about a dozen of those. I don't know.
I don't have any of those.
Oh, really?
No, I
And
don't. No.
what about Mighty Samson?
Mighty Samson, I have quite a few. I don't have the whole run,
Yeah.
but I have quite a few of those. And my favorite one is, well, I bounce between Dr. Spectre and Trag. They're my two favorite. There were only 8 issues of Trag, though, other than like a couple appearances in some of the Mystery Comics Digest, and they had this comic called Gold Key Spotlight, where they would
Right.
put some stories that were still hanging around, that didn't make it into the regular comic.
Yeah. Oh, look at that Comics Illustrated there. Guess I should give them full screen. Yeah. I'm in Comics International, not Illustrated. What am I saying? That wouldn't even make sense. Comics Illustrated. Of course, it's illustrated. It's a comic.
Right.
That's a great issue. The one I want is the one that has the model kit customizing contest that has the King Kong with the that's the one. Yeah. Oh, you got it for $10, man. I'd love that issue. Always wanted that one. How many years ago did you get that for $10? Was that
Like a year and a half ago.
damn? I have that issue. That's mid 1970s Crumb.
Yep.
I'm not telling you that. I'm telling the audience, but they all know that anyway. So it's like that. Like my dad explained to me when I was a kid why everyone hated Howard Cosell because he just explained everything that everybody already knew, and that Howard Cosell said that he felt like he was educating the masses. Yeah, that's nice. Mine isn't
Wow.
in that good a shape. Is that the American version? No, it's
No,
French.
no, it's
I was
French.
looking first.
French.
The first thing that tipped me off was the yellow stripe going across. Then I saw the words were in French or something. Yeah. Oh well. Ooh, that's good. I don't have that issue. I have a few issues of Woodson. Cool. Anyway, I tend to explain things with the thought that maybe I have younger people watching that I can, but in reality, everyone knows all the same stuff, and I'm just repeating the same stuff over and over.
What else is in here? Let's see. This is a nice one. You don't see too often.
Oh, Jeff Jones.
Idol.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, he was great. You forget about some. I kind of forget about him as being one of the great '70s artists.
It's one of the few issues of Cracked I have. Cracked. Oh boy. You guys getting bored yet?
No,
No,
you
not
don't
at all.
realize till you do it that it's hard in the back to hold comics up over and to pick them, show them
Yeah,
while they're up for.
kind of sucks. Hold on. Let's see
Yeah,
what.
it's not a. For sure, we're used to like pulling engines out of cars, so it may not be hard for you. Um,
All right. So here's a nice one I have. This one's pretty obscure in terms of, I think, a low print run or whatever, but
I think I have that issue, or do I?
I hope you do.
Why is that one obscure or rare?
I think low print run.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm confused. I might be mixing it up with the Frankenstein Conquers the World cover because they both have the same kind of mouth-looking thing going on.
What else do I got
Shit,
here?
is it really expensive one?
It can be because it's in really good shape. This one's expensive from what I've seen of late, and this one's in like
Oh,
minty shape.
I'm glad I have that. Yeah, that's great. I think that was the first of Marvel's attempts to ape Warren. I think that was the first thing that came out, or maybe Haunt of Horror, the digest pulp thing came out first. I can't recall. There's another great magazine from that time period. Yeah, that's great because it covered everything, including comics.
The big
Yeah, Vault of Horror. Yeah, Monster Times really pushed EC Comics in the early '70s.
number two.
I think they sponsored an EC convention in 1972, or were involved in the convention.
That kind of reminded me of the poster for the Fault of Horror movie. That
Yes,
graphic.
yes,
Yeah,
absolutely. What else do I got here? That's it, and then I'll finish after this. You're number one. So I always wanted.
oh yeah, that
Like,
was
got it in good shape.
that was really cool when I found that on the newsstand at Lone Star Drive-In in San Antonio. I thought it was new stuff. I didn't know it was. Well, I figured out after reading it that it was a reprint of older stuff. But I just thought it was the most amazing stuff I'd ever seen.
Yeah, what's really so I'm this like giant Warren kind of fan boy
Yeah.
or whatever. But The Spirit is the only title I have the entire run of. I have all 16 issues.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think I do too. Yeah. It's
Great magazine, man.
it was
Great
so
magazine.
fun, and then Richard Corbin comes in and does some airbrush shading, I guess,
Yeah,
on Will Eisner's 1940s art, which Eisner hated, but I thought it made it look great, and fantastic
absolutely.
stuff.
Here's something I found in a place called let me show you. This is I think a mid-90s card collection of Mobius's art.
Oh, yeah, yeah, cool.
I got it for like $5 at a place in Brooklyn with Pinocchio discounts.
Pretty cool.
I just like scooped it up because
Yeah.
But I got a whole bunch of National Lampoons, like from the first issue to like number 20 or 30 or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, that's great too. I mean, the
I don't know where the hell
19th.
they are.
This is why once the 80s hit, I mean, why Gold Key went out of business, Warren went under, and then everything I loved just kind of dried up. And then DC had Crisis on Infinite Earths. I know a lot of people in the comic book community love that, but it was them killing off everything that I loved. And then uh, and then all the Dark Knight Returns and Watchmen that were fun, that were great, but they made everything dark from then on. And then Marvel had all that terribly drawn garbage and 40 million X-Men titles in the 90s, and just everything. What is that humbug? Harvey Kurtzman?
No, yeah.
I
So
can't read it. Oh,
these are like
oh,
giant,
Crumb. Oh, okay, I couldn't read it.
these are like giant like copies of Robert Crumb and Bernie Wrightson artwork.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't
Oh,
know
yeah.
who the hell published these, but they're huge.
Yeah, it's about the size of a treasury edition.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay,
No,
okay.
I'd say a little bigger actually.
I only have one Mars Patrol, says Missing Mars, issue 3. Yeah, cool.
That's it, man. I'm done.
All right. Let's see, Kevin, are you still there?
Yeah,
Gotham
I'm
City
here.
Tom?
I'm here.
Do you have anything else to show? And
No, I'm just stuffing this mutant mask. He bought the saucer
okay.
man.
That those X-Men prior to issue like 111, if you price those, if any of those like between 103 and 111 or wind up
102,
being
103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, and then it jumps to 129.
oh, okay, well, anyway, those issues that you just rattled off are all ones I don't have. If those wind up being not insanely priced, or the ones from the 60s, whatever, you kind of send me an Instagram message what that prices wound up being
Yeah,
when
they're
you
like they're all they're all they're all like 6.0s or better, like
yeah,
finer better.
yeah, that's what they appeared to be. Yeah. Oh, someone's coming back in. Oh, Imsh coming back in. Imsh.
Just one more thing
Yeah.
I totally forgot about.
Oh, yeah, yeah, let me give you full screen.
So I just received these toys from Nesco.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are cool. I have some of those here. I opened them though.
This was really nice.
The bad thing is you can't see them through the box. You have to open it.
Yeah, you have no idea what's inside of that. I wouldn't even know what that is.
So I had a bunch of those sets, and they wouldn't sell. And as soon as I opened them, they sold.
Yeah, well, oh, look at that.
These companies don't realize that there's stores, and people go into stores to see what the figure looks like.
Right.
So if you're buying it online, it doesn't matter.
Oh, that's probably what they think they're going to do then. But I wonder how many stores are like yours, Kevin, that have that many monster masks and comics. There can't, how many do you think there are in the United States or even the world that are somewhat like yours?
I've seen a lot of them.
Oh, really? Well, they aren't around here, man.
I mean, you have to be to
Hey, I
make
gotta
it.
go.
You have to be really
I
good.
gotta
You
run,
have to,
guys. I'll see you guys later. I gotta
All
see what
right.
my dog's up to.
Yeah, come back though. I'm sorry if I've ignored you, but
No,
please
no,
come
no. It's
back
okay.
soon. All right,
It's
take
okay.
care. Nice to see you, or
Yep.
to
Same here.
not see you, but
we'll see
all
them.
Gotcha. I'll check in another time.
right, bye.
All right. Bye.
Yeah, and so those two last kits I showed you were really old X Plus, made in
Yeah.
Japan, not China. Um, Gargantua kits, and they're like super rare.
Oh, I've always wanted those gargantuan kits. I've always
Oh
wanted
wow.
those.
They're crazy. They're for
You
sale
have
too.
them? I
So
didn't
let me
see it.
know.
I missed it. You showed them. I missed it.
Uh, I don't
I've always
remember you
wanted
showing.
them.
And
I've
then
always wanted those kits.
I have one more ultra rare resin kit over here from Murakami. Murakami. I don't speak Japanese, so but
That's what Kamala Harris should change her name to Murakami
yes.
because she's got Kami in the name. Well,
Wow.
she kind of does. Kamala
Can I
Harris.
see this fucking thing? Let me see.
Did I hear the F word? There you go.
Sorry about that, bro.
That's all right. This is a family program for our grandchildren.
So I mean,
What do we got here?
I don't know if you can see this fucking thing, but this is a Japanese kit by Murakami, and it's Kong versus the octopus from Godzilla versus King Kong,
Okay,
and it's
yeah.
like you can't even find this thing on anywhere in the universe.
Are you gonna build it?
I think I have the only one.
Well, yeah. Are you going to build it, or do you have the skills, or do you hire someone to paint it, or
No, I do have the skills,
yeah?
but it's really not something I really want to paint. If anything, I would put it together and leave it unpainted because
Oh,
I think painted models look kind of fucking stupid, quite honestly.
well, you want to leave it like the Lincoln Monument, like a white sculpture
Yes,
from.
exactly.
But a lot of those statues that we see from ancient Greece originally were painted. We think they're all white because the paint all came off over 2,000
Yeah,
years.
yeah, true,
I didn't know that until recently.
true.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
I
wouldn't
actually,
paint
when I
that thing.
think back to my childhood, when I had the Aurora models that my older brother put together and they weren't painted and they had the glow in the dark parts and they glowed at night when my mom turned off the lights for me to go to sleep, they really did look spectacular. I later painted them, but I see your point. Yeah, having them unpainted really is it does it's sort of like fine art.
Yeah, I kind of think leaving it unpainted is just the better way to go.
I never
You know.
really thought of that. I thought they were unpainted just because I was a little kid and had no way to know how to do that. But
And just because Grotto, you have a beagle, I had a beagle too. I don't know if you can see this painting.
oh yes, that's beautiful painting. Did you paint that?
Yeah, I painted that about 15, 16 years ago.
Damn, you're good. No wonder you can paint your own Godzilla King. King Kong octopus thing. Yeah, that's great. Is that your beagle?
Well, that was my beagle. Her name was
That's
Lucy. Yeah, she's
that's
long gone.
beautiful, beautiful.
She's long gone.
Yeah, yeah. My dog is scratching at the door. I probably need to, go. I was planning to watch some stuff with my wife, and I probably need to run. Kevin, are you still open?
No, I closed, but I just hung up my mutant.
Oh yeah, let's look at that. Is it still sunlight where you're at?
No,
Oh, I was gonna ask if you could go outside and show the new paint job of your store, but it's probably too dark to
go
see
out
it
there and see how dark it is.
unless you've got lights on the outside of your store. And then I'm gonna run and watch some cool stuff that my wife had picked out that sounds amazing. That apparently Apparently, she was watching it last night while I was sleeping, but I have no recollection of it.
Yeah, it's dark out.
Yeah, well, he painted it. Trust me, he painted it blue, and it's really cool looking. But guys, if you are interested in any of the stuff that Kevin showed tonight, all those comics are for sale. And if you call, tell him you saw it here on the Hotel Orloff. That would. I'm not getting any money for it. I think it would be cool to know that there's actually people. I'd like to know. There we go. See, look how blue it. See how cool it looks. I think that looks great. And someone painted that all in one day on Batman Day. They painted that whole building. And then you got sick from the fumes, didn't you? Are you better now?
I'm better now. Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
I don't think it was the fumes so much as the food.
Yeah, he got like food poisoning and was really sick. And he's better now. And so so call him up tomorrow if you want some of those vintage Spider-Man, X-Men. What else was there? Yeah, that's quite a collection you bought. Oh, Imps disappeared. Well, so, see you next time, Imps. um, this
I
has
only
been
have
a,
one of these left now.
oh, that's pretty great. That was something you know, if that looks amazing, that really does look amazing. How much is that little thing? How much is that?
84.99. It's not little.
When I say little, it's just how much is that? That just means that's just an expression. I know
Wow.
it's not.
Yeah, this thing's huge. It's way bigger than I thought.
Um, his his ears stick out farther than the life size, the full body one that you have. His
Hmm.
ears kind of are more
Yeah,
pressed to the
this thing
side.
has a bigger overall. I think like an imprint of it. I don't know
They're
if you can
both
tell.
they're both spectacular in their own ways, but
Yeah, I can't
one
decide
that
which
one
one's better.
that one is more affordable for sure, and really those yellow veins really do look wonderful, like snot. In fact, aren't isn't it one of them coming out of his nostril like it's a snot? Yeah. Oh, that that's fantastic. So if you're needing a costume for your work party, you can horrify everyone at your workplace with
Could
that.
win the costume contest with this.
Yeah, you could, man. You could if Strange Life has a costume. Last time I won, man, I won a real EC comic book last time, and I think I won those Dead Man comics too that we were looking at. So
I don't think it'd be fair if I was in it.
I why not?
I don't
So
know. I don't think it's fair. I got too many
uh,
choices.
yeah. Oh well, I don't know if he's doing one. He didn't mention it the other day when he was on. But man, this is just so incredible. So it's like a lineup, a police lineup. Which one of these suspects was the shoplifter at your store? You ought to get a picture of the three of those together, like from a distance, and put that on Instagram. I think that's spectacular. Three different.
Here, let's do a screenshot right now.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
Oh, it
get
doesn't
it.
let you do it.
Well, no, just once the show's over, light it properly, and get a shot of those three.
Oh, it
And
worked. I did it while I was filming.
oh, okay, yeah. Well, anyway, if any of you are watching, any of you 14 that haven't subscribed, I'd really like to get up to 800 subscribers so I don't feel like a bum. I can't get
I lose 5 a month. I don't get any. I just lose 5.
It's probably because you come on this show. Because you're not doing anything wrong. You're
No, because
posting all
it's because I show new comics. If I just showed old ones, I'd
you're
probably be
posting
1,000 already.
well, you're posting all the new comics well before anyone ever. You're like the first person on YouTube to show all the new comics. But maybe people don't like the new comics. I don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe I
It's
should. I'm gonna show one of these boxes maybe tomorrow.
yeah. Oh, you mean just do a show where you go through all the old comics? That's brilliant. With the same way you do it, or just one after the that would be smart. And then just say call if you're interested in any of these. And yeah, that's a good idea. Um, I guess I got. Oh shit. Well, I guess I'm gonna run, man. I gotta. I'm really looking forward to watching this show, and my wife's not feeling well. I want to make sure that this is. I've been on for way too long. What is this? Oh, well, that's the blue that was used on your shop. Cool. Well, Kevin, I'll try to do a live stream. I'm not sure when the next one. The only one I've got planned for sure is I'm going to do one on election night. Or I'm hoping to.
Is that
But
3 weeks or 4 weeks from now?
that's November 5th. It's a little over a month from now. I mean, I'll do one at some point this week, or something. But I just can't really plan my life out too well, really. But at least yeah, things I think are starting to improve a little bit. But we'll see how things go. Oh, and your comic rack is kind of the same color as the outside of your store. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, and the background up here, it's the same color.
Yeah, it is, man. Everything's very serendipitous, if that's the right word.
You can't get hit with lasers when we're that color.
Yeah, exactly. You'll be the only shops left standing in Maui when they send the space lasers down to destroy your town. Anyway, everybody, it's been nice that you tuned in. So take care and
Okay, I'll see you guys.
see everybody. Goodbye.